1972. Two companies built a war truck. Not a fancy car. A war truck that could drive anywhere, hot deserts and cold snow. 54 years later, that war truck became the most wanted luxury car in the world. The 2026 Mercedes G63. It looks like a tank. Costs $195,500. Made by hand in Austria. 577 horsepower. Goes 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds. Weighs as much as 3 regular cars but moves super fast. Inside, amazing speakers. Magic GPS. Seats that remember how you like to sit. This isn't just a car. This is crazy. A truck that started as a war machine and became a luxury dream. The 2026 G63 didn't start in a fancy car shop. It started on a battlefield. In 1972, two companies in Austria had one job: build a war truck that could survive anywhere on Earth. They tested it in the hot desert. They tested it in freezing cold. They tested it climbing mountains and crossing rivers. The truck had to be tough. It was built for soldiers, not rich people. In 1979, they gave the first one to the King of Iran. It was ugly and rough, but something unexpected happened. People started loving the tough look. By the late 1990s, Mercedes had a crazy idea: turn their toughest soldier into their fanciest car. The change from war truck to luxury car didn't happen fast. Mercedes had a smart idea. Keep the tough square look, but make it fancy inside. The G63 works everywhere. It works in war zones because it's still tough. It works on fancy streets because it looks cool. It works anywhere because people respect it. The AMG G63 came with a super powerful engine, twin-turbo V8, made by hand. Still a warrior, but now wearing luxury clothes. In 2025, Mercedes added new technology, better suspension, hybrid power, but they kept the square shape because that's what makes it special. Now in 2026, you can customize everything. Inside the 2026 G63 sits a monster engine, 577 horsepower, twin-turbo V8, made by hand. This truck weighs as much as 3 small cars but still goes super fast. The engine isn't made by machines. A real person builds your engine. They check every part. They sign their name on it. That's why it feels special. 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds. That's almost as fast as a Ferrari, but Ferrari weighs half as much. The G63 is like a heavy tank that moves like a rocket. 627 pound-feet of torque. That's enough power to make the whole truck fight with the road. That's enough to make the tires spin even when you don't want them to. But raw power is just the start. The real luxury is how that power works. The 2026 G63 has smart suspension that changes by itself. On smooth roads, it's soft and comfy. On bumpy roads, it gets hard and tough. The computer checks the road thousands of times every second. The G63 has different driving modes. Comfort mode makes it gentle. Sport mode makes it aggressive. Off-road mode makes it ready for dirt and rocks. Same truck, different feelings. This is what makes it special. Most cars are either fast or comfortable. The G63 is both. It goes as fast as sports cars but feels like sitting in a fancy hotel. But the real luxury isn't the engine or suspension. The real luxury is how you feel inside it. The 2026 G63 lets you choose every color. You can pick the color of your brake calipers. You can pick the color of your running boards. Even your seat belts can be different colors. This means your G63 will look different from everyone else's G63. The square shape stays the same, but now every G63 looks a little different. Your truck becomes your personal art. The 2026 G63 looks exactly like the 1979 G63. 47 years, same square shape. While other cars change their look every few years, the G63 refuses to change. You can see a G63 from far away and know exactly what it is. You can't mistake it for any other car. That's powerful. The square shape isn't just pretty. It gives you more room inside. It lets you see better. It works perfectly. That's why it hasn't changed in 47 years. Mercedes could have made it curvy and modern, but they knew the old design is what makes it special. The G63 doesn't follow trends. The G63 is the trend, but the outside is just the first look. The inside is where the real luxury lives. The inside of the 2026 G63 feels like a fancy hotel room. Soft leather everywhere, diamond patterns on the seats, big 12-inch screen, electric seats that move 10 different ways and remember how you like to sit. The Nappa leather isn't regular leather. It feels softer, it smells better, it gets better with age. Every time you touch the steering wheel, you know you're in something special. The seats have memory buttons. Press one button, and the seat moves to exactly how you like it. No need to adjust anything. Just sit down, and it's perfect. The diamond patterns on the seats don't do anything. They're just there to look beautiful. That's what luxury means. But the real magic is in the technology. The 2026 G63 has Magic GPS. It uses a camera to see the real road. Then it puts arrows right on the road in front of you. You don't look at a separate screen. The directions appear on the actual road. The sound system is incredible. Speakers are everywhere in the car. Music doesn't come from the front. Music comes from all around you. It's like sitting inside a concert. People in the back seats get their own big touchscreens. They can watch movies or play games. They're not bored. They're entertained. But technology is just one part. The real test is whether this luxury truck can still handle tough conditions. The 2026 G63 is still a tough warrior. Under all the fancy leather and cool technology is a truck that can drive through deep water, climb steep mountains, and handle impossible roads. The tough parts are still there. This makes the G63 special. Most fancy SUVs pretend to be tough. The G63 is a real tough truck that got dressed up in luxury clothes. Big difference. Mercedes makes an off-road pro version for $383,900. People buy this super expensive truck and drive it through places that would break other cars. And it survives. The fact that Mercedes makes an extreme version proves the G63 is really tough. You can take your $195,500 truck into places that would destroy most other cars. But the regular model is still tough too. The 2026 G63 costs $195,500. For that money, you get 577 horsepower, smart suspension, soft leather, Magic GPS, amazing speakers, and the same design from 47 years ago. Not cheap, but you're buying history. Your G63 is built by hand in Austria, the same place where they built the first one 50 years ago. Mercedes is saying, this is where it all started. There's the regular G63 for $195,500 and the Extreme Off-Road Pro for $383,900. The G63 has no real competition. Other SUVs might be faster or cheaper, but the G63 is the most memorable. And Mercedes isn't stopping. They're making an electric version too. The 2026 G63 is a war truck wearing luxury clothes. Subscribe and hit the bell for more luxury car reviews. Would you buy the regular G63 or the Extreme Off-Road Pro? Drop your thoughts below.